Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It's a beautiful day here in Oakland, California. Great day to escape to the ballpark. All kinds of ways to get to the Oakland Coliseum. You could drive or you could take BART. The last stop here is the Oakland Coliseum. As today, Hyundai presents the Sunday game of the week. It'll be the Yankees against the Oakland A's in the final game of a 4-game series from the Oakland Coliseum here in Oakland, California. Hi, everybody. Ken Singleton along with John Flaherty. The Yankees have been on a roll. They have won 4 straight ball games on this road trip, and today they're going to try and finish this trip up in style with another victory. And lately, Flash, it's been the starting pitching that has gotten the job done for the Yankees.
Yeah, Kenny, anytime you get on a winning streak, it usually starts on the mound. And Nathan Eovaldi, that final game in Arizona, was dominant for 6 innings. The power fastball, the quality split finger. Yankees start this winning streak in Arizona. Ivan Nova getting an opportunity in the rotation. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher. He had a good one here in Oakland to start off this series, and the Yankees pick up another win. CC Sabathia coming back off the disabled list. It's not the power pitcher that we remember. It's more finesse now. He goes 6 innings, 1 earned run in that game. And then yesterday, Masahiro Tanaka threw 7 quality innings. He's got the fastball. He's got the good split finger. All 4 of these guys quality starts, and that's a 4-game winning streak.
Well, look at this streak through the numbers, and you can see all of these pitchers did a great job. 6 innings for Eovaldi, Nova, and Sabathia. Tanaka went 7 yesterday. All 4 of them allowed just 1 run in the ball game. Well, keeping with the pitching theme, Michael Pineda gets the start for the Yankees today, and he has been struggling. Let's check out our pitching matchup brought to you by People's United Bank NA. See what know-how can do for you. Jesse Hahn will get the start for the A's in the final game of this series. Pineda will go for the Yankees, and the numbers aren't good. 1-5 with a 6.60 ERA, and after his last start in Arizona, Yankee pitching coach Larry Rothschild, well, he was almost at a loss for words.
It'd be easy to sit here and say it's going to turn and things will change, but it's too long. We're almost a quarter way through his starts. So we need that straightened out, and, you know, especially from the stretch position, because he's got a chance to be a really good pitcher here. And I still think he will be. And he's going through a major bump in the road right now. We just need to get it straightened out.
Well, Flash, what does Pineda have to do today to turn this thing around?
Well, it's pretty easy, Kenny. I mean, he's got to do a better job throwing his slider, especially with 2 strikes. The numbers are baffling. 9 strikeouts in his last outing in 5 innings, but he also gives up the 5 runs. Larry Rothschild talked about it. Out of the stretch, things have to get better for Michael Pineda, and there is a sense of urgency around the start this afternoon.
Well, after this game this afternoon, as the Yankees will close out this series, they'll be flying back to New York. Will they have a 5-game winning streak going with them? Stay tuned. Lineups, first pitch, baseball, coming up next. GMC. We are professional grade. Learn more at gmc.com. By JetBlue. Enjoy the most awarded customer service in the sky. And by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. Now at your Honda dealer. We are just about ready to go. That is a great shot of Jesse Hahn taking his final warm-up tosses. He's throwing to Stephen Vogt, the A's catcher. And he'll be facing this starting lineup for the New York Yankees, presented by Lexus. At the very top, there he is, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll be leading off, followed by Brett Gardner in left field. Red hot, Carlos Beltran will bat third. He'll be the DH. Cleaning up is Brian McCann, the catcher. Followed by Mark Teixeira at first base, Starlin Castro at second. Chase Henley will be at third. D.D. Gregorius will be at shortstop. And batting ninth in right field, it's Aaron Hicks.
Well, that lineup for the New York Yankees going to get a look at the right-hander Jesse Hahn, who just finished up his warm-up tosses. We'll look at his numbers on the year: 1-1, a 3.38 ERA, and we'll look at our pitcher scouting report, which is brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. He is a big-time contact pitcher, only 6 strikeouts in 18 2/3 innings here in the big leagues, and coming off a good performance, 3 earned runs in 6 2/3 and a win against Texas. And he's from Connecticut, so an East Coast kid, trying to get it done out here on the West Coast.
Yeah, he was born in Norwich, now lives in Groton. And big right-hander, 6'5". He's 0-1 in his career against the New York Yankees. He lost to the Yankees May 30th last season right here in Oakland. Worked 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. 3 of them were earned, a walk and 4 strikeouts. The Yankees won that game by a score of 5-3. Ellsbury's ready to go. He had a 6-game hitting streak broken here yesterday, but he's been trending in a positive direction. 3 for 13 in this series. He scored a couple runs and driven in 2. First pitch of the game, he swings at it and fouls it back and out of play.
First pitch.
Just another beautiful day for baseball here in Oakland, as the Yankees trying to keep their winning ways going and make it 5 in a row. The 0-1 pitch, and that is inside for a ball, 1-1. One of the things, big news here in Oakland today, Sonny Gray went on the disabled list. Sore trapezius muscle, had a cortisone shot after his start the other night, and now he's on the DL, the A's ace. That pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
It seems like for 3 days, Kenny, we've been talking about the disabled list for the Oakland A's. Josh Reddick went down, now Sonny Gray, and some brand names for Bob Melvin's club.
Yeah, he's going to be managing the Nashville Sounds pretty soon. The pitch is fouled off. A lot of the players had been called up from Nashville. And, you know, I didn't realize it, but Nashville is in the Pacific Coast League. That doesn't sound right to me. Nashville's in the middle of the country. So they've had to make a lot of adjustments here in Oakland with a bunch of injuries of late. The 1-2 pitch, and Ellsbury pops it up. Yonder Alonso, the first baseman, is there. He's got it, and there's 1 down. Let's check out the rest of the A's on defense, presented by Geico. Let's go to the outfield. It's going to be Crisp in left, Burns in center, and Smolinski in right. Valencia, Semien, Coughlin, and you saw Alonso at first base. Stephen Vogt doing the catching for Jesse Hahn. 13 A's on the disabled list, most at one time since 1979. Hey, that's a long time ago because I was playing then. Here's Brett Gardner. Back we were going to the World Series that year, if I remember correctly. Like I said, it's a long time ago. Here's Gardner, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike.
I mentioned Jesse Hahn. He doesn't strike out a lot of hitters. It's pretty much a fastball, a little bit of sink, pretty good velocity, about 93 to 95. He does have a big curveball and a changeup.
Gardner takes, then misses. Count levels at a ball and a strike. Brett's had a good series. He's 3 for 9 with 3 walks. He scored 4 runs. And daytime is a time that Brett really likes. He's hitting .357 in day games this year. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. He must love those early wake-up calls.
Well, Brett getting a look at everything right there. Big 12-6 curveball followed up with a changeup.
Hahn is ready. He winds and deals, and this one's popped up. This will move into foul territory for Valencia, and he loses it in the sun. You could see the glint of the sun off his sunglasses, and yeah, it is that type of afternoon here in Oakland. Plenty of sunshine.
Well, we talked about the Oakland A's, not a very good defensive ball club. You can see Valencia raising his hands, has no idea where that ball is. Brett Gardner catches a break. From Yes Mo, which is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers.
Gardner swings, bouncing ball to first. Looks like no harm, no foul here as Alonso steps on the bag, and they're 2 down. Well, today's injury report brought to you by Montefiore, doing more in state-of-the-art health care. And here we go with Sonny Gray. 9 starts this year. He has struggled. And 3 and 5, 6.19. The Yankees beat him the other night here. 48 innings, 24 walks. That's 1 every 2 innings, and the opponent's hitting .285 against an all-star pitcher. Here's Carlos Beltran. Had himself a great series, and he takes the first pitch for a call strike. Carlos currently with a 4-game hitting streak. 7 runs batted in this series. He's 7 for 14, and he has scored a couple of runs as well. That one misses. Home plate umpire today is Brian Knight, calling the balls and strikes. Beltran's overall numbers on the year: 9 home runs, 26 runs batted in, leads the Yankees in both categories. Hits this one down the left field line, and it's twisting foul over by the A's bullpen and into the bullpen. Right field, 27 games, 245, 4 homers, 9 runs batted in. DH role, which he's been performing in of late. 333, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Hahn's next pitch misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Beltran. 2 outs, nobody on for the Yankees here in the first. We're just underway out here in Oakland, California. The infield shifted along to the right. Beltran, we've seen him go the other ways various times in this series. It's ground ball to the right side. Alonso been involved in all 3 plays this inning. That'll do it. Yankees do not score here in the first against Jesse Hahn. It's on to the bottom of the first. From the Oakland A's. At the very top, it'll be the veteran Coco Chris, followed by the speedster Billy Burns. Stephen Vogt will do the catching and bat third. Cleanup hitter is Danny Valencia. He'll be at third base. Yonder Alonso will be at first. Chris Coughlin at second. Marcus Semien will be the shortstop. The designated hitter today is Max Muncy. And Jake Smolinski will bat ninth, and he'll be in right field.
Manager Bob Melvin sending that lineup out against Michael Pineda, finishing up his warm-up tosses. The numbers are not good. 1 and 5, 6.60 ERA. And we'll look at our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. Yankees looking to go 5 straight, and it all starts on the mound with Pineda. And there's good news from his last outing, 9 strikeouts. It's also bad news, 5 earned runs in 5 innings. And really the big reason why he's not executing 2-strike sliders. And Larry Rothschild said it perfectly. Out of the stretch, he's having some issues.
Now the first batter Pineda will face will be Coco Chris. And Coco switch hitter batting left-handed. Left-handed batters have given Pineda all kinds of problems. They're hitting .346 against him this year. And the A's have a number of left-handed hitters in their lineup today to face him. Chris, 3 for 12 in this series. As Pineda deals, and the first pitch is right in there for a call strike.
Well, Kenny, I appreciated Larry Rothschild's honesty.
Yeah.
You know, in some of the comments that he gave the media after Pineda's last start, there is a sense of urgency to get Pineda straightened out.
What do you say? He's a quarter of the way through the season.
Yeah.
Next pitch is hit high in the air to right field, fairly deep. Going back is Hicks. He's near the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. It looked like that might have had a chance to get out of here, but Hicks measured it well and comes away with a good catch up against the wall.
Well, when you come to the Oakland Coliseum, the ball travels better during the day than it will at night. Hicks had a little bit more room than he probably thought he had. And anytime a fly ball goes up into right field, you start checking the flags. Is it going to carry out? Pineda gets away with one.
So a long fly ball out, and it'll bring up the speedster Billy Burns. It's hard to tell which way the wind really affected it. It's almost a completely enclosed stadium. Burns takes, and that is a call strike from Pineda. So the ones in right field are blowing one way, and the ones out in left field are blowing another. So it's difficult to tell what's happening inside the stadium. Burns takes another pitch. That's in their first strike as well. And it's 0-2. Burns 2 for 8 in the series. He's been struggling of late, 4 for his last 29. He's under 200 in day games. He's one of those guys that likes the late wake-up calls. But he's got plenty of speed. You got to keep him off bases. That's upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Stephen Vogt, the catcher. Ball is lined and over the head of Castro at second, and Burns has a single. And that's the first hit of the game. Let's check out the Yankees on defense, presented by Geico. You saw Hicks in right field. Ellsbury will be in center. Gardner is in left. Headley, Gregorius, Castro, Teixeira. McCann doing the catching with Pineda on the mound. So Pineda gives up another 2-strike hit. And that's been one of the problems he's had during this poor pitching streak. And remember, his last win was his first start of the season way back on April the 6th. And he's had 5 losses and a couple of no decisions since then. Here's Vogt. And the catcher takes one a little bit low for a ball.
Well, this is what Larry Rothschild was talking about, the pitching coach pitching out of the stretch for Pineda. And the 2-strike hit you talked about, Kenny, actually was a really good pitch. You give Burns a lot of credit. I think it was a slider down. Here's our first look at Pineda out of the stretch.
Check on Burns at first. Burns among the league leaders in stolen bases. He has 10. In fact, he's tied for second. The leader is Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros. He's got 15 stolen bases at this point of the season. Throw to first. It looked like Burns was leaning a bit, and he gets back. And his game is speed. Usually those guys are wear number 1. They're fast.
Well, that's his game. You're right, his speed, but you'd have to think it would have to be the Oakland A's game now. They're losing a bunch of guys in the middle of the lineup. Reddick is out. Davis is out this afternoon.
There he goes. Here's the throw to second, and Burns is in there with a stolen base. His 11th of the season. The throw was a little offline. Man, he's quick.
Yeah, the throw was offline a little bit. We'll check out the pitch. A good pitch to throw on. Fastball in the outer half. Burns just gets a good jump, and you mentioned, Kenny, plenty of speed. It's a jump like that, you're going to have to make a perfect throw to get him.
It's right out of the Ricky Henderson playbook. The 1-1 pitch to Vogt as Burns takes off and steals third base. Didn't waste any time, setting sail for third, and now has 12 steals on the year.
Not exactly the start that Michael Pineda was looking for. Burns just gets a little hesitation, a little jump right there, no play.
So now he's at third with one out. The Yankees are going to leave the infield back with the count 1-2 on Vogt.
Here's your head in the count 1-2. We'll see if he can bury a slider down.
Vogt hits a ground ball to Headley. Only one play. He'll throw to first in the dirt. A great scoop by Teixeira for the putout. But on the play, Burns scores, and the A's take a 1-0 lead.
Well, you really just take it for granted. Mark Teixeira, Headley giving a little appreciation across the diamond. Shaky first inning for the Yankees. A couple of stolen bases. Now the throw that's low. Mark Teixeira gets it done.
Yeah, that was not an easy get. Usually those ones that short hop you right in front of you, those are easier. That one had a little upward tilt to it. So 2 outs, a run in for the A's, and it'll bring up Danny Valencia. You mentioned Burns with the 12 stolen bases. Third time this year he's had 2 in a game. And it leads to a run here for Oakland in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch of Valencia, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. So Pineda giving up a run here early. That's nothing new. He's allowed 33 runs this year, 21 of them in the first 2 innings. Good slider, swung on and missed. 1-2. It's almost like it needs another routine to get into a ball game. You know, just struggles here in the first. He paid no attention to Burns after he had stole second, and Burns is the type of guy you got to give him a double look or else he's going to go. Ball is hit on the ground, high hopper. Sunday hop for Headley. Throw to first is in time, and that's it. The A's pick up a run on 1 hit. At the end of 1, the Oakland A's have jumped out in front. They lead by a score of 1-0 over the Yankees. Conversation brought to you by Toyota. RAV4 Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of New York Yankees, and here's how the conversation goes for this afternoon. What have you liked most about the way the Yankees have played on their current road trip? And Mike, ODD or OD-do 15. Everyone is doing their part to get wins. They're playing as a team. These are the Yankees. I love the way they're playing. Their pitches swung on and missed by McCann. The Yankees I love to watch. Now follow the S Network. Tweet your responses using hashtag Yankees RAV4 Hybrid to keep the conversation going. Next pitch to McCann. Misses, and it's ball and a strike. So Jesse Hahn now with a 1-run lead. This ball is hit deep to right field, and there goes that lead. This is gone. A home run for Brian McCann, and we are all tied at 1. For McCann, his 6th home run of the lead, and the Yankees answer back very quickly with a leadoff home run here in the 2nd inning.
What you like about the way the Yankees have played lately, getting great starts out on the mound, but also swinging the bats. And Brian McCann, with one swing, answers the Oakland A's and their run in the bottom half of the 1st, and a line drive. He just powers out of here.
It's just a matter of whether it was high enough. Here's Mark Teixeira, and he'll take a pitch in there for a call strike.
Get another look at the swing. Exit velocity at 105 miles an hour, which I guess in layman's terms means he hit the ball hard, Kenny.
366 feet, high enough to get over the wall and tie this ball game for the Yankees. Teixeira is 0 for his last 17, and he's down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Look out, it's up and in, and it's 1-2.
One thing we've seen with Mark, he's had trouble with the big curveball when he's behind in the count. We'll see if Hahn goes to it here. He just set it up with a high fastball.
Call, strike 3. Teixeira is caught looking, and now we'll move to 0 for 18.
Yeah, Hahn threw his curveball a lot in his last start against Texas. He said they wanted him to throw his fastball a little bit more. This catches Mark Teixeira looking.
Number 14, Starlin.
The struggles continue.
Yep, now 6 for his last 47, and it's been primarily from the left-hand side of the plate that he's had his issues. So 1 out, nobody on for Starlin Castro. Castro had a big day yesterday. He had 3 for 13 in the series. He had all 3 hits yesterday. That pitch is inside, straightens him up. Ball 1. Drove in a run, scored a run. There are the numbers on the year. 5 home runs, 17 runs batted in for the Yankee second baseman. Hits one hard on the ground to second for Coghlan. And now there are 2 outs for the Yankees here in the 2nd. We told you it's a beautiful day. We'll check out the official game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. And it's 63 degrees. 56% humidity, and the wind at 12 miles per hour, and mostly cloudy. I wouldn't say that right now. It's maybe partly cloudy. Here's Headley. It'd be a good day for a bike ride across the Golden Gate Bridge, wouldn't it? Headley, a couple home runs, 9 runs batted in, swings and misses here, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The base hit his last time up yesterday to keep his reaching base safely streak going. It now stands at 12 games. That's outside, 1-2. Foul tip, and this one goes all the way back to the screen.
You can see Hahn feels good about his fastball coming right at Chase Headley. 4 in a row. Such an important game for the Yankees. You have a day off tomorrow. You try to finish off this road trip, enjoy your day off, and look forward to the Blue Jays coming to town.
Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. The ball breaks away from Vogt. He throws down to Alonso for the putout. That'll do it for the Yankees. But the Yankees tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Brian McCann with a line drive home run. At the end of 1.5 innings of play, it's a 1-1 game. Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. The Yankees and the A's on May 22nd, 1930 combined for 33 runs in a 20-13 Yankees victory, including the third and final career 3-home run game for Lou Gehrig. Take a look at the box score from that game. That's a lot of run scoring. We'll have that for you right after the pitch. Here's Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. Alonso had a base hit yesterday. His only hit of the series. He's 1 for 7. He won one game now as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And Pineda deals. That hits the outside corner for a call strike. Here's that box score. Wade Hoyt, the pitcher, went 0 for 1. Just about everybody else joined the party. Tony Lazzari had a big day. 3 runs batted in. Lou Gehrig drove in 8 runs that day. Did Babe Ruth hit a homer? Yes, he did. The Babe went deep as well. 1930. Pitch to Alonso is low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. (20-13). A lot of sad pitchers after that day on both sides. Here's a call strike, and it's 2-2. Philadelphia A's won the World Series that year. They beat the St. Louis Cardinals. (2-2) pitch is hit foul and out of play. The A's kind of made their way across country. Started in Philadelphia, then went to Kansas City, now here in Oakland. What's next? The Honolulu A's.
You think back to Alonso yesterday, Kenny, that one hit that he had, but he hit 3 balls the other way.
Yeah, hit him well too. 2-2 pitch, and he doesn't get this one. Swung on it, missed for strike 3.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see from Pineda. 2-strike slider and the action that finishes down and in. That's exactly what Brian McCann is looking for.
Well, that was a nasty one. He missed it by a good 6-7 inches. So 1 down, nobody on. Chris Coghlan, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Coghlan has been struggling somewhat lately. His average will tell you 160. Last 6 games, 1 for 19. Call strike 1. Former Rookie of the Year in the National League. That's high. Ball and a strike. Yankees won, A's won. We're in the second. Hit in the air to left field. Gardner coming over near the line, and he's in fair territory. He makes the catch for out number 2. So Coghlan is flying out to left. Now, we already saw in that area where third baseman Danny Valencia had problems with the sun. As the game goes along here, the right fielder late in ball games has problems. I remember those days. Sunglasses, eyes watering, even with the sunglasses down. Here's Marcus Semien, and he'll take the first pitch. It's poured in there for a strike. Pineda's ready to go. He's not messing around. Maybe that's a good thing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider down and away, a ball and a strike. Semien, the only Oakland A to play in every single game this year. The Yankees have held him to a 1 for 11 in this series. Takes. That's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, Brian McCann behind the plate has to feel a whole lot better about the sliders early that he's seen from Pineda. And you get gun shy as a catcher when you call that slider and he hangs him.
Foul back.
Like he did his last start.
Well, we've told you all along the Yankees, their starting pitching has been great lately. 4 straight starts, at least 6 innings, 1 earned run or fewer. The last time the Yankees did that was April 24th to 28th in 2011. It actually did 5 in a row. Pitches line foul into the Yankee bullpen, and those 5 pitchers were Freddie Garcia, A.J. Burnett, Ivan Nova, Bartolo Colon, and C.C. Sabathia. So Pineda trying to join his rotation mates and make it 5 today. He's already given up the 1 run. There's no more margin for error. This pitch is hit high in the air to left field, fairly deep. Going back is Gardner. He's on the warning track. He leaps. He can't get it. Ellsbury backs him up. Semion's going to stop at second with a double. I think Gardner had a little more room than he thought.
I agree with you, Kenny. It looked like he got to that warning track, see him looking up in the sun. He got to the warning track, looked like he was feeling for the wall. He had a few more feet than he thought. He starts his leap a little bit early. Ball go right off the wall.
Semien with a 2-base hit. He's got 10 home runs. It's only his 2nd double of the year. Ellsbury heads up, comes over and backs him up. That would have been a triple if he hadn't done so. Here's Max Muncy, who's the designated hitter today. He was the 3rd baseman yesterday. And first pitch is outside for a ball. Muncy recently recalled from the minor leagues. That's what he did at AAA. 279 with 6 homers, 15 runs batted, good on base percentage. Just under 40% of the time he reached safely. There's Semien at second with 2 down. There's a call strike.
Once he swung the bat well yesterday, couple of hits. Bob Melvin gives him another start this afternoon, DHing. Trying to find a lineup. Bob Melvin is trying to score some runs.
Pineda working from the stretch. John mentioned this has been an issue in the past. Once he takes inside for a ball, and he'll jump ahead on the count. 2-1.
If you look at this inning, he strikes out Alonso to start the inning, then a fly ball, 2 quick outs, and then the double. Maybe a misplay by Gardner a little bit, but this is where if you're Michael Pineda and you have the type of stuff that you have, finish off this inning.
That's high, ball 3. Pineda, top 10 in hits allowed, home runs allowed, runs allowed. But he's also in the top 10 in strikeouts per 9 innings. Kind of hard to figure.
Well, it's hard to figure for Brian McCann as well, Kenny. You know, you got a pitcher out there when he executes, he can strike out. He struck out 9 his last time. That look from Larry Rothschild says it all right there. First base open with a couple outs. Rothschild actually had Pineda working from the stretch during his bullpen sessions in between starts.
Big pitch here to Muncy. And he walks him. So it'll be 2 on and 2 out. And the number 9 hitter, Jake Smolinski, the right fielder, will come to the plate. Do you think he just went out there and told him be careful with this pitch? You got a right-handed hitter.
You got a right-hander on deck, hitting 9th. You have first base open, so you just don't want to lay a cookie in there.
Here's Smolinski. He was recalled from Nashville when Josh Reddick went on the disabled list. Reddick hurt in the initial game in this series. Fractured his thumb sliding into second base, head first slide. The A's are definitely going to miss him. It looked like he was having an all-star type season. Smolinski looking for his first hit of the season, and he'll take a pitch blown away for a ball. Good scoop by McCann to pull that out of the dirt.
This is one of those situations for Brian McCann behind the plate, the number 9 hitter at the plate. You know, if your pitcher can execute his slider, you should have some success.
Two on, two out. The A's are threatening here in the bottom of the second inning in a 1-1 game. Ball is hit on the ground. Headley has it. He's going to go to short way to second for the force, and that will do it. Pineda pitches it around some trouble. At the end of 2, it's a 1-1 game.
Home in the Bronx to host Jose Bautista and the Toronto Blue Jays. Series coverage begins at 6 o'clock with the Audi batting practice today and the Chevy pregame. Then Michael Kay and Al Leiter, this is going to be an Al Leiter sighting, are in the booth for the call from Yankee Stadium right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Bautista hit a home run today. Toronto's leading in the 9th inning. They just won the game in Minnesota. So he was on target.
Curveball lined right back up the middle. Be a leadoff base hit for Didi Gregorius here in the 3rd. Didi had the afternoon off yesterday.
That's his 5th hit in this series. He's been hot.
Batting 9.
By the way, Bautista's homered in 3 consecutive games, so the Yankees going to have to try and cool him down. And he went into John Gibbons' office and said he wanted to lead off. He's been leading off these games.
Hitting home runs at a leadoff spot.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about Ricky Henderson, who's been here for a few days. Ricky used to do. Gregorius takes his lead. It'll be Aaron Hicks playing right field today. First pitch swinging. With the return of Alex Rodriguez on Tuesday. We'll see if the at-bats for Aaron Hicks decrease a little bit. He's been getting a lot of playing time.
Yeah. Might be a little bit of a challenge for Joe Girardi on a daily basis. Who's going to play?
Hicks was 0 for 3 yesterday. Turns to bunt, takes a fastball for strike 2.
2 for 10 in this series for Aaron Hicks. With a couple of walks, he's driven in a couple of runs. He scored 1.
He's behind in the count here, 0-2. Mentioned Jesse Hahn likes his fastball today, coming right at the Yankees, trying to get ahead in the count. Goes with another fastball. Coughlin, Semien, Alonso. Jesse Hahn is a ground ball pitcher, and he gets a nice double play right there.
Well, I don't know if it could have been more tailor-made. Suits him well. 2 for the price of 1. Coughlin gets a nice feed to Semien, who's going to turn it over. to Alonso at first base, but you saw that in slow motion, but they did a lot more quickly than this. And they just got Aaron Hicks going down the line. 4-6-3 double play.
With 2 down, it'll be Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury 0 for 1. Jacoby over his last 23 games batting .313, so starting to pick it up a little bit.
Every once in a while he gets into one, like that ball he hit in Arizona, that triple. Off the 413 side in deepest right center field.
Hits this ball well to right center field. You might have just called that, Kenny, because that one is gone. Jacoby Ellsbury, his 2nd home run of the year, and the Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
Like I
We're
said,
all over that.
every once in a while. And I'm thinking with 2 outs and nobody on, he's looking for something he can jump on. Second home run of the year, and maybe Jacoby didn't know it, but certainly Billy Burns in center knew it. Watch him just put on the brakes here. This is not coming back.
Great look from the side, a good extension, head down. The Yankees lead 2-1. Brett Gardner, first pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Semien with the throw, and they get Brett Gardner by about a half a step. But the Yankees take the lead on the 2nd home run of the year from Jacoby Ellsbury. As Joe Girardi's saying, I want to wait a second here and see if he might want to replay. That home run from Ellsbury, 431 feet. And there you see a look from the side. It looks like they just got Brett Gardner. Ellsbury's 2nd home run of the year gives the Yankees a lead. And celebrate Old Timers Day with the Yankees. Come see your favorite Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. Get your Old Timers Day tickets today at Yankees.com or by calling Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Michael Pineda back out to work here for the bottom of the 3rd. Yankees lead 2-1 on the Jacoby Ellsbury solo home run. Pineda working with the lead, quickly ahead in the count 0-1 on Coco Crisp. Got a fly ball to deep right field, his first at bat. He gets underneath this one. Headley chasing. Looks like it's going to be just out of play. So much foul territory here in Oakland. Anytime you hit a foul ball, you feel like it's going to be caught. The A's average an AL low 3.3 runs per game at home. We'll see if Pineda can take advantage of that. It'll be an 0-2 pitch to Coco Crisp. Goes off speed, and Crisp just slaps it the other way. It's going to be a fair ball down the line. Coco Crisp will have a leadoff double here in the bottom of the third.
He hit that like he had a tennis racket in his hand. Just flips this one inside the line, serves it to left field, and picks himself up a leadoff double.
It was a 6-game hitting streak. Bring up center fielder Billy Burns, who had a base hit his first at bat, stole a couple of bases, scored a run for the A's.
Speaking of that, you got to watch Crisp at second.
Burns squares around the bunt. So Headley in on the grass. Mark Teixeira charging. Yankees expecting Billy Burns to try to use his speed and lay one down.
Well, we've already seen him bunt for a hit in this series. Yesterday with Tanaka on the mound, which is not easy to do. Tanaka's a good fielder.
Just has not been easy for Michael Pineda. Has had to work in the first inning, had work out of trouble in the second. And now a leadoff double here in the third. 40 pitches already.
Still throwing hard. Plenty of pop on that fastball into the glove of Brian McCann.
See Didi Gregorius behind Coco Crisp, shading Burns to pull a little bit. It's hit right back up the middle. Pineda knocks it down over to first. And Coco Crisp stays at second base. We'll see if Pineda's all right.
He says he's okay. He pointed at McCann, said you can go back there. One thing he did after he threw the ball to Teixeira, he looked over to third to see if Coco Crisp has gone in that direction. Stevie Donahue's coming out. We'll take another look, Flash. Let's see what where it got him. It looked like it was a glancing blow off the side of his leg. Yeah. Whatever it was, you know how big Mike is. They might as well check the baseball. Forget him.
Well, Pineda catches a little bit of a break as Coco Crisp is not able to advance to third. He starts and then stops. And Pineda doesn't really look at him until after he makes the play at first.
Now Coco Crisp is more apt to try and steal third base.
4 stolen bases on the year, has been thrown out 3 times. One down would be Stephen Vogt, the Oakland A's catcher, hitting third today. Drove in the only run for the A's this afternoon with a ground ball to Chase Headley. Only his 8th RBI on the year. This was an all-star last year. Kind of had a tough second half. Off to a slow start here this year.
He got off to a fantastic start last year. Every time he looked up, he was driving in 2 or 3 runs.
Pineda quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Well, there are certain pitches that Larry Rothschild will be paying attention a little bit more to. This will be one of them. An 0-2 count. Pineda pitching out of the stretch, with Rothschild has said has been an issue. See if Brian McCann has enough confidence to call that slider and know that it's going to be down. Goes fastball away.
I think it's a setup for your slider, John. It's interesting how when you watch pitchers work, how one pitch sets up the next one. It's not like they're trying to throw every pitch right down the middle or right to You know, they waste pitches to set up the pitch that they want to get you out with. And if you're a hitter, you're smart enough, a good hitter, you're smart enough to realize that.
See what it is, 1-2. Something off speed that was yanked down and in. You're behind the plate and you've been working with a pitcher, and there's one particular pitch, in Pineda's case it's the slider, that you keep getting burned with, Kenny. You're a little gun shy to go back to it.
You know, eventually he's got to get it.
You got to figure it out. It'll be a 2-2 to vote. There's that slider down, perfectly executed. That's going to make a lot of people happy around the Yankees right there, especially the pitching coach, Larry Rothschild.
Second strikeout, and this is the second time he's thrown that pitch. He threw one to Alonso, struck him out. Slider down and in, looks like a fastball in. You can see him just yank that slider, get the spin going. I'll tell you what, I bet you didn't look this slow to Stephen Vogt coming to the plate. A lot more action for him.
Well, 2 down will be Danny Valencia. A ground ball to Chase Headley, his first at bat. Slider for strike 1. Things look a little better out of the stretch for Pineda this afternoon. He's had to work out of the stretch quite a bit. It's been in trouble every inning. Mentioned Valencia, since coming off the disabled list, has been swinging a hot bat in the middle of the order for the Oakland A's. Made it again, quickly ahead in the count, 0-2.
Slider down and away, waits to see if he chases.
You know what Brian McCann has showed us early, he likes to elevate a fastball, that pitch that you're talking about, Kenny, to set up a slider down and away. But I might go right to it here. Valencia yesterday was swinging the bat. He wanted to swing and pitches off the plate.
Yeah, Tanaka struck him out in a big situation.
Brian McCann going through the signs with a runner at second base. Being 0-2 to Valencia. He goes with the slider and it's just off the plate. Yankees lead 2-1. Coco Crisp taking his lead off of second base. It'll be a 1-2 from Michael Pineda to Danny Valencia. Goes fastball, just misses.
Valencia has been with many teams. Start with the Minnesota Twins. He has jumped around the league. Boston, Baltimore, Kansas City, Toronto, and now Oakland, as well as Minnesota.
2-2, another good slider from Michael Pineda. Things looking a whole lot better in the bottom of the third for Pineda. He strands a leadoff double. The Yankees lead 2-1. The baseball, which is brought to you by T-Mobile. There's a red-hot hitter up in Boston, Jackie Bradley Jr., 27-game hitting streak, batting average over 400 during that streak.
He did extend that streak today, didn't he? Yeah, he did. 44 for 98.
8 home runs, 29 RBIs. It's hard to believe, Kenny, from what we've seen of him in the past. Made some major adjustments with his swing.
He usually bats in the bottom third of the order, too.
Top of the 4th, Carlos Beltran leading off. Our Audi scoreboard, the Yankees lead 2-1, 3 hits apiece.
And if I'm John Farrell, I'm not moving him up. I'm leaving him right where he is.
Good thing going, don't mess with it. Ground ball right to Alonso at first, easy out.
Beltran hit that pretty hard.
Number 34.
Pineda, who has worked himself
Brian
into a little bit of trouble.
McCann.
I like the slider that bottom half of the 3rd,
Yeah,
Kenny.
they look pretty good. Picked up a couple of strikeouts with a man on second.
One down will be Brian McCann, had his 6th home run of the year. 2nd inning. 18 RBIs now for Brian.
Usually hits those high fly ball home runs, but that was a line drive.
Curveball misses.
You ever hear the term a home run is a line drive gone wrong?
Hahn did not give up any home runs in Nashville this year, but has now given up 4 in 9 2/3 innings since his last call up. So that sinking fastball that we were told that he hasn't shown up in the big leagues yet. McCann ahead in the count, 3-1. He gets a fastball, works underneath it. Sky to center field. Billy Burns with an easy play.
Yeah, he worked underneath it, but he had a good swing at it. That's what I liked about that particular bat. Another good swing by Brian McCann.
Now batting, number 25, Mark Teixeira.
Just a hair late.
Two down will bring up Mark Teixeira, who struck out his first at bat.
.117 at bats since his last home run. The longest drought of his career.
He does not have a hit in his last 18 at bats.
Law of average has got to start breaking in his favor here.
Well, the A's playing him to pull in the infield like most clubs do. Be the 50th pitch for Jesse Hahn. It's going to be a ground ball to second. So an easy 1-2-3 inning for Jesse Hahn, and the struggles continue for Mark Teixeira. Yankees lead 2-1. by Hyundai. The latest lineup of cars and SUVs you'll find at your local Hyundai dealer aren't just new, they're better. And by Heineken, open your world. And by your tri-state BMW centers. We are back here in Oakland for the bottom of the fourth. The Yankees lead 2-1. Michael Pineda back to work to face Yonder Alonso. He struck out in the second. Check the third base umpire, Pat Hoberg, who said that he went. On our Audi scoreboard, Yankees lead 2-1. Alonso just got off to a terrible start this year. 137 with only one extra base hit. First 16 games, but he's picked it up since then, hitting just under 300. Yesterday hit 3 balls the other way, 1 base hit.
That's one thing I never did in my career. Never sat out in a bullpen.
Ever?
Ever. It looks a little crowded out there anyway. I heard there's great stories.
Yeah, that's the thing I was just going to say. You find some very interesting conversations. And those gentlemen down in the bullpen, when they know they're not going to be in the game, they don't have their game face on yet.
Looks like a sunglasses day out there, huh? Not for Dellin.
It was a well-rested bullpen with the way the rotation has been performing lately. Good slider for strike 3 from Michael Pineda.
Pineda has now struck out 4 in the ball game, 3 in a row. As he catches Alonso looking here. He was looking in. Maybe he should have looked yonder. It was over the outside corner for a strike. That's a good call by McCann, because the first time he struck him out on a slider in. This time they backdoored him.
One down would be Chris Coghlan. Can hit another first pitch strike. Coghlan hit a fly ball to left field his first at bat. Does look like they're settling down a little bit for Michael Pineda here in the middle innings. Ground ball. Castro comes in. Easy play and 2 quick outs.
Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning if he can get Marcus Semien here.
Semien with a double his first at bat. Well, he has improved in the field defensively with the work of Ron Washington and plenty of power, the 10 home runs. In the shortstop position. Pineda again quickly ahead in the count. With the off day tomorrow for the New York Yankees and that bullpen that has rested, the big 3, be able to get some work today. See if Pineda can continue.
You know, the thing about it, once the Yankees get home, they start playing teams within their own division again. They've got Toronto coming in. Of course, the Blue Jays yesterday dropped behind the Yankees in the standings. Yankees go to Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Baltimore. So a lot of games coming up with the division rivals. Just 3 games at home and then back on the road.
The 2-2 from Pineda. Another swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon for Michael Pineda. And things are starting to settle down a little bit for Pineda here in the middle innings. Yankees still lead 2-1.
Here we go. Starlin Castro on our Cadillac scoreboard. Yankees leading 2-1. Castro grounded out to second as Jesse Hahn deals a first pitch strike here in the 5th inning. Castro, Headley, and Gregorius for the Yankees here in the 5th. Castro now hitting .275 on the year. And he hits one off the end of the bat into short center field, and coming on is Burns, and he has it for out number 1. So Castro now 0 for 2. And it'll move it along for Chase Headley.
Now batting.
Headley's had 3 hits and 9 trips in this series. His batting average is, after a very slow start, has been inching upwards. Hits one in the air to left field. On the move is Crisp, and he's there to have it for out number 2. Hit hard by Headley, but Coco Crisp reins it in.
We'll see if Didi takes a pitch right here. A couple of early swings and some at bats.
Number 18, Didi Gregorius.
That's kind of going against his nature.
Yep.
he's a very aggressive hitter. You would definitely have to put the take sign on if you want him to take a few pitches here. And he takes one for a call strike. I believe that's just the 4th pitch this inning thrown by Jesse Hahn. Gregorius had a single to center field his first time up. He was erased on a double play ball. That's inside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Didi has scored a couple of runs in this series, has 5 hits here in the Coliseum. Fouls this one off.
Well, just a regular day off yesterday for Didi. Joe Girardi saying he was beat up a little bit. Remember, he got fouled a few balls off of his right ankle. Got hit when he was running the bases as well, so this gave him a day. Now he's back at it this afternoon.
High and away. That's the value of Ronald Torreyes. Gave Headley a day the first game of the series that Torreyes played. Torreyes played shortstop yesterday, went 2 for 4 with a run scored. I think that 2 for 3 with a run scored. Didi loses the bat, fouls the ball off.
One thing you like about Didi when he takes his swing, his body is moving towards home plate. He's not falling off into like the Yankee dugout, and it gives him a chance to fight off some of these tough pitches that are away.
Hits this one hard on the ground. Coughlin stops it, straightens up, throws, but it's not in time. Gregorius is now 2 for 2. This time an infield single puts him aboard.
Well, you give credit to Didi fouling off a tough curveball that was away, and you give yourself another chance to see another pitch, and he slaps it right back up the middle. Coughlin with a nice play just to get there, but Didi runs too well. 2 for 2, and now an infield hit.
And that will give Aaron Hicks a chance with 2 outs and a man on here in the 5th inning. You can see well across the bag. Didi now with the 6 hits in this series. That ball gets away from Vogt, and Didi Gregorius, I think his vision was blocked by both Hicks and the home plate umpire Brian Knight. Didn't see that the ball had gotten far enough away to advance.
I think it's a good call, Kenny. Obviously, the ball didn't go all the way to the backstop. Hicks hitting left-handed would have been in the line of sight for Didi. This is exactly what he's looking at. Hicks in front of him. Couldn't see the ball. I think the home plate umpire blocked him as well.
I don't think he is thinking about stealing. He just has 1 stolen base this year. Give Hicks a chance to hit with a man on, and even if Hicks makes the 3rd out, you have Ellsbury leading off next inning. Not going. The pitch almost got away from Vogt again. He might have been crossed up on that one.
Stephen Vogt has seen a few pitches that he has not liked right here. Jesse Hahn kind of yanking that fastball in. Catcher setting up away.
No, he was not crossed up.
Wolf just wants to get him straightened out. This is a pitch right here for Aaron Hicks. You're hitting ninth in the lineup. You'd expect Jesse Hahn to come right at you. Try to get that bat head out and do some damage.
Pitch is hit on the ground to third off the end of the bat. Valencia throws him out, and the Yankees are going to leave a runner here in the 5th inning. 4.5 innings been played. The Yankees have a 2-1 lead. TV. Now you can stream them live on your mobile device with the all-new Fox Sports Go app. Download the app and take the Yankees on Yes with you wherever you go. Available only for DirecTV, Optimum, and Time Warner Cable subscribers. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Max Muncy going to lead it off. He drew a walk back in the 2nd inning. On our Cadillac scoreboard, the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. 2 solo homers, one by Brian McCann, one by Jacoby Ellsbury. Michael Pineda protecting the 2-1 lead, deals a call strike. Pineda thus far has allowed a run on 3 hits. He's struck out 5, and he's walked 1. That walk went to Muncy. And that pitch is a little bit low, and it's a ball and a strike on the A's designated hitter.
You know, Kenny, you mentioned all those numbers for Pineda, and they're all good. But I think the most important thing, I can't think back to a hanging slider in this ballgame. And he threw a bunch of them his last start.
Big swing and a miss. 1-2.
So whatever Larry Rothschild and Pineda have been working on in between starts, pitching out of the stretch a little bit more in between starts, has looked a whole lot better this afternoon.
One-two pitch, fouled back to the screen.
Well, this is where you would expect that good slider down and in. He just threw a fastball. Muncy a little bit late. See if that'll set up a slider down and in.
Pineda has struck out 4 of the last 5 hitters.
There you go. He didn't get the swing and the miss, but he executed exactly how he wanted to. Missed down, caught a little bit of dirt. Brian McCann behind the plate has to feel a whole lot more confident about that pitch than he did the last time out.
2-2 pitch is on the way. And it's hit hard, line drive right to Didi at short. And there's 1 out.
We'll take a look at that Pineda slider that we've been talking about. It has been a whole lot better today. Down and in, swing and a miss. Vogt, the same thing. Brian McCann backhanding it. This is exactly what it's supposed to look like. So whatever Larry Rothschild and Pineda have been working on, it has definitely gotten better today.
Well, Meredith has more on Michael Pineda.
Guys, I think there's no question that a little bit of this has been mental for Michael Pineda. He told me the other day that one of the biggest things that was happening when he was ahead 0-2 in the count is he was overthrowing the ball. He was thinking about it too much and trying to throw the perfect slider instead of just going about it like he did the previous pitches. So something that he's been doing today and something he said he had to work on was taking a deep breath, staying further back, and just making sure that the game is slowed down behind him. He's not letting it speed up on him. So you wonder if that's part of his success today.
Well, let's hope so, as he's protecting a 2-1 lead, a slim 2-1 lead at that. Ball is lined in the left field, and this is going to be a base hit for Smolinski. That's his first hit since being called up from the minor leagues, and he's aboard with 1 out. Now back to the top of the order, and Coco Chris, who's flied out to deep right, and then doubled down the left field line. Flash, did you tell me the other day that you and Coco were teammates for a bit?
My last spring training in 2006, when I went to camp with Boston before I retired, Coco was there.
Okay.
I got to play with each other a little bit in spring training.
Could you see that he was going to be a pretty good player?
Well, he had some success in Cleveland, you know, and then came over, so you could see he had that speed game a little back then, a little bit more than he had now. I didn't realize he would hit with the type of power that he developed. You know, not a big-time home run hitter, but more pop than I thought he would have.
Swings and misses here for strike 1. Yeah, when I think of him, I think of speed. Man on first with 1 out. The Yankees are up 2-1. Coco Crisp at the plate. That's fouled at the plate. Got a piece of Brian McCann. Going to walk around a little bit.
Again, it's that slider, and you're going to see the foul ball come up underneath. And Brian, a full day off yesterday, back at it today.
He's back at it. He's ready to go. Pineda way ahead on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't get Chris to bite, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. One thing about Pineda, his swing and miss rate is about 14%. That is the best rate in the American League. So he can. That's why he gets all these strikeouts, 10 per 9 innings. But it's the ones that they have been connecting on that have been giving him the trouble. Laced foul. Coco again trying to go to left field. Looks to me when he gets 2 strikes, he cuts down his swing, and it's more in the slap mode.
See if Brian McCann's thinking the same way you are, Kenny. If he is, he'd throw a fastball inside, try to jam Crisp a little bit. Throw that slider down and in, you might speed up his bat.
This is the 5th 0-2 count today. Or at least it was for Michael Pineda.
McCann wanted the changeup, and Pineda wanted the slider.
Ball's hit the other center field. Ellsbury will range over and make the catch, and there are 2 down. So Crisp is erased. It'll bring up Billy Burns.
Now batting center fielder.
A single,
number 1.
stolen a couple bases, scored the A's run in the 1st inning. And then hit a hard smash that was knocked down. I should say it hit Pineda. He was able to recover and throw Burns out at first base. That was in the 3rd inning. That is low and in the dirt, scooped out by McCann. We're going to get a new baseball put in play. That's one thing that amazes me in this day and age. Any ball that goes in the dirt goes out of the game. They used to keep those things in there. Pitchers could do all kinds of things with the ball. Gaylord Perry could make it sing the national anthem on the way to the plate.
I've had plenty of pitchers who've told me, get that ball back to me as soon as possible.
Yeah, but nowadays they throw everyone out that's in the dirt. Outside, ball 2. David Cohn used to want those balls back.
He knew what to do with a little scuff.
Yep. Depending on how you held it, you get a bigger break on whatever pitch you wanted to throw. Pineda behind on the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Ground ball overhead late in the left field for a base hit. Smolinski turns at second. He will hold on there. So Burns has his second hit. Bentley was drawn in because of Burns' ability to bunt. And now there's 2 on and 2 out.
This is what Billy Burns does. Just stays inside, slaps it the other way, gets the big bounce off of the dirt over Headley's head.
So 2 on, 2 out, and bring up the number 3 hitter, Stephen Vogt, who since June 30th of last season is hitting just .233. We talked about how quickly he got off last year, but since then it's kind of slowed down. Today he's grounded to 3rd and struck out 0 for 2. Well, the A's have the tying runs in scoring position. Pineda's given up a couple of singles here in the 5th inning. Strike 1 call, a good pitch on the outside corner. Pineda had a 1-2-3 inning last inning, but every other inning he's had to work to get out of a jam. Ball's hit in the air down the left field line. Long run for Brett Gardner. Still running hard. He can't get it. His ball's up against the wall. 1 run is going to score. Here comes another. And the A's have taken the lead 3-2. Stephen Vogt drives in Smolinski and Burns. As the A's with a 2-out rally here in the 5th inning.
Well, in the 3rd inning, Pineda struck out Vogt with a slider, but he doesn't have the chance to get to that pitch here in this at bat, as Vogt takes a fastball and just drives it the other way. Out over the plate, elevated just a little bit. We'll watch Pineda's reaction, obviously not happy. And with Billy Burns at first base, he's going to score easily.
So Stephen Vogt, who hadn't been swinging the bat particularly well, comes up with a big hit here. His 8th double of the year, plates 2 runs for the A's here in the 5th inning. So the conference is over. On the mound, Danny Valencia is at the plate. He's grounded out and struck out. He's 0 for 2. That double by Vogt kind of livened up the crowd here in Oakland. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Valencia. Vogt's driven on all 3 runs for the A's. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pineda in the driver's seat, but he's given up two out runs here in the 5th inning. A ball and 2 strikes. You're right, Flasher. Has not been a hint of a hanging slider today.
Every mistake that he has made, he's made down in the zone, which is obviously good with that slider. This is the typical situation that he has gotten hurt in the past. Heading the count 1-2 out of the stretch, trying to put a hitter away. See if he can finish it up here.
Ball's hit on the ground. Gregorius in front of it. Throws out Valencia. No further damage here in the 5th inning. But the A's score a couple of times on 3 hits. They leave a runner, and they now lead it 3-2. Service delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live and in HD over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Ellsbury's going to lead it off for the Yankees here in the 6th. They're down by a run. Swings at the first pitch. A high chopper to Semien at short. He throws on the first. And it's 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 6th. There's Michael Pineda after giving up the 2 runs last inning. And the last time the A's had the lead, the Yankees came right back and tied the game.
11, Brett Gardner.
And here comes Brett Gardner with 1 out, nobody on. Brett has grounded out twice, once to first and once to short. Once again, another pretty good crowd here in Oakland. Had 2 back-to-back very nice weather days. That pitch is in there for a call strike to Gardner. Brian Knight, the home plate umpire, shoots out that right arm. Actually, I like going to stadiums that I used to play in. Just some memories here. That pitch in there for a strike.
How'd you hit here? You like hitting here?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
You know, they had some pretty good pitchers. One thing though, Billy Martin left him in the games. I can remember a game where I think Mike Norris beat us in 13, 14 innings. He went the distance.
Wow.
Yeah, we weren't too
happy.
happy.
Are over.
Yeah, we weren't too happy to lose that game. Gardner fouls it off. That Couldn't believe he lasted that long. It was a game that it was a season he won over 20. I believe it was 1980 and finished second in the Cy Young. I think the A's set the all-time record that year for complete games. As I said, the bullpen wasn't very good. Billy Martin didn't want to see him. The pitchers fouled off.
I was told before the game that Jesse Hahn was going to try to use his fastball a little bit more this game than he did his last time out. And he's shown his curveball and he's shown his changeup, but really it's been with number one, the fastball, all afternoon.
There's a breaking ball, and it's lined into center field for a base hit. So Gardner has his first hit of the afternoon, his fourth hit of this series, and he's on with one out.
We're going to take a look at our Jeep hitter scouting report for Carlos Beltran, a team leader in a lot of ways, but more importantly, the 9 home runs, 26 RBIs, and the numbers as a DH: 333, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. As a right fielder, 245. And he's enjoyed his time here in Oakland. 4 doubles, 1 home run, and 7 RBIs in this series.
0 for 2 today. He's grounded out twice to Yonder Alonso at first base. And the A's have got their bullpen up here in the 6th inning.
John Axford getting loose again. We've seen him in this series.
Ball is lined left center field. This is going to get down for a base hit. Gardner stops at second. Yankees are threatening. 2 men on with 1 man out here in the 6th inning. Beltran with his 8th hit of this series.
Well, the numbers don't lie as a designated hitter. Really caught fire lately as Alex Rodriguez has been on the disabled list. Doesn't hit this awfully hard, but puts it in the right place, and the Yankees have something going here in the 6th.
Yeah, Stephen Vogt went out to talk to Jesse Hahn, and now pitching coach Kurt Young is coming out, and it's going to give the bullpen a little bit more time. So a conference on the mound all this time. Axford is warming up in the bullpen, with McCann coming to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Axford worked here yesterday 2/3 of an inning.
He worked in the first game of the series as well, so he's been busy. Bob Melvin has not really had much of a lead to work with in the series, so he's trying to hold on to this one.
So McCann is homered and flying out to center. The infield pulled around on the right side. Swings at the first pitch and might have broken his bat. It's a foul ball into the seats in left field. I guess he didn't. By the way, John, the A's that year, 1980, they had 94 complete games as a team.
It's almost hard to believe.
Oh, it is hard to believe. Billy Martin would not take the starters out no matter what type of game they had going. It's almost funny. Pitch to McCann, and this is upstairs for a ball, and that's the most in the post-expansion era.
If you're the Yankees, you should feel pretty good about this at bat right here. Kenny mentioned the home run and the fly ball in the 4th inning. Brian McCann has had good swings all afternoon. Looks like he's seeing the ball well out of Jesse Hahn's hand.
Off-speed pitch, hit down the left field line. Long run for Coco Crisp. He will not get there. Ball will hop into the seats. The pitching staff was comprised of Matt Keogh, Rick Langford, Mike Norris, Steve McCaddy, and Brian Kingman. They all threw over 200 innings that year. And they all had ERAs under 3.9. So they're pretty good staff. And they threw one of those five guys threw every one of the starts but 3 all year long. I don't know what happened to him the next year. 1-2 on McCann. Clutch situation here. The Yankees are down by 1. Swung on it. Missed strike 3. On went to the fastball and got him.
You see Brian McCann taking a glance out there. It was a curveball, and then he comes back with a fastball and has just enough on it to sneak it by Brian McCann.
And with that pitch, Bob Melvin's going to come out and take Hahn out of the game. So that's going to be it. Jesse Hahn will work 5 2/3, and it's time for the Verizon call to the bullpen. John Axford coming out of the pen for the A's with 2 on and 2 out. The hard-throwing right-hander will face Mark Teixeira with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th inning. As Hahn works 5 2/3 innings, so far allowed 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. And of course the runners on base are his responsibility as Axford comes in here. You saw his numbers. Got Gardner at second, Beltran at first. Teixeira 0 for 2 today, 0 for his last 19. Axford deals and he drops it in there for a called strike. Teixeira's last hit batting left-handed was on May the 5th. So it's been a while. The runners lead. A ball and a strike on the Yankee first baseman.
5 2/3, 6 hits, couple of runs, 3 strikeouts, only 73 pitches.
Maybe Bob Melvin thinking this is the 3rd time through. Yankees have seen him enough. All is fouled back just to our left. I don't think very many foul balls make the upper deck here, but that one did.
Mark going through a tough time offensively, and it always seems like you're behind in the count right away when you're struggling.
Today he is struck out, grounded to second. Checks his swing. Count levels up at 2-2. There are your runners. There's your hitter. Teixeira swings, hits it hard on the ground. Conklin ranging far to his right. The long throw's not in time. Here comes Gardner. He scores, and the game is tied at 3. So they don't get Teixeira at first, and they don't get Gardner at home. Heads up base running by the speedy Brett Gardner. It's an RBI single for Mark Teixeira.
Mark Teixeira will take, as you see Joe Espada waving Gardner around. Alonso takes the throw on the bag. Probably should have come off the bag and tried to get Gardner at home, but he didn't. 2 outs, you're going with the crack of the bat. You see your third base coach Joe Espada waving you home, and the head first slide. We're all tied up.
So Teixeira breaks the 0 for 19 with the run scoring single, and that ties the game. Two on, still 2 out, and here's the pitch to Starlin Castro, is low and away for a ball. Teixeira picks up his 12th run batted in of the year. Castro today 0 for 2, is grounded out and flied out. Swings, line drive, center field. It's going to be in there for a base hit. Beltran rounding third. He'll score. Teixeira on his way to third. A couple of 2-out hits for the Yankees, and they have regained the lead. I'm sure Bob Melvin did not have that in mind when he called John Axford out of the bullpen. And Jesse Hahn, both of those are his runs. So he's on the hook for a loss now.
You love the fact that the Yankees answer right back in the top half of the 6th after Oakland scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th. And you're right, Kenny, the 2-out hitting from the Yankees has been huge in this inning.
Here's Headley. He's got a chance with 2 outs. He is struck out and line to left. Curve drops in for a strike. So both Teixeira, Castro come through with 2-out hits, scoring Gardner and Beltran, and the Yankees lead 4-3. Castro back easily. Headley awaits. Now everybody's ready. In the dirt, knocked down by Stephen Vogt. We'll have a new ball put in play. First and third, 2 down. Yankees have scored 2 runs on 4 hits in this inning. This ball's hit deep to right field, down the line. It's a foul ball. Headley very quick on the inside corner and just jerked it foul.
Mentioned that Axford has worked a lot in this series. Looks a little short with his fastball today. Headley gets a fastball in just a little bit too quick.
Yeah, this is his 3rd appearance in the 4-game series. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled back. Castro is on his way to second. His bullpen is busy again. first, and the pitcher who's warming up is Colomb, and he was just called up today when Sonny Gray went on the disabled list. Daniel Colomb. Castro's going again. This pitch is inside and it hits Chase Headley, and that will load the bases. You know what? And it's a break for the A's that that pitch hit Headley, because if it gets by Vogt, Yankees have another run. So Headley's going to limp down to first base, and the Yankees have the bases loaded with 2 outs. And Didi Gregorius coming to the plate, and he's 2 for 2.
And Chase Headley tries to skip out of the way, not able to do it. Axford is having his troubles here.
Didi Gregorius.
6th inning, bases loaded. Another look on Yes Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer.
Yeah, that would have been a tough block for Vogt. And you can see the reaction of Teixeira at third. Yeah, would have scored. Kurt Young out there again, and this is a situation where they're giving a reliever some more time to warm up. We saw it when Axford came into the game. So the Yankees have now sent 8 hitters to the plate here in the 6th inning. And 2 of the first 4 were retired. The last 3 have not been. Gregorius is singled twice. And he'll take one for a called strike. 95 miles an hour. Axford's still throwing hard. Didi's average up to 263. He's had a nice series, 6 hits. Jesse Hahn can only think of what might have been. All this pop foul, and Gregorius is in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Yankees trying to put this one in the win column. It would be their 5th win in a row. They would sweep this series. And the winner of this game today wins the season series. Remember, the Oakland A's swept the Yankees in New York. They took 3 in a row at Yankee Stadium. 0-2 pitch. Look out, up and in, and Didi has to jump back out of the way.
I mentioned earlier, Didi Gregorius always is moving towards home plate. Pitchers and catchers will recognize that, try to straighten him up, move him off the plate.
Something out of a limbo dance, didn't he? Getting everything back together. Steps in. Key situations. Bases full of Yankees. Pitch is foul, back and out of play. Didi hanging in there. Yankees have retaken the lead with 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. And the legends, they're just saying this never happened to us. Off-speed pitch hit high in the air to right field. Smolinski is there, and he's got it. And that'll do it. Well, the Yankees pick up 2 big 2-out hits. Mark Teixeira scores Gardner. And Castro will score Carlos Beltran. It's 4-2 Yankees. Customers will miss the entire Yankee season on Yes. There are other TV providers that carry Yes, including DirecTV, Frontier, PlayStation Vue, Fios, and Sling TV. Don't miss any Yankee games on Yes. For more information, go to Yes Network or keepyesnetwork.com. So Michael Pineda has the lead once again as the Yankees are on top 4-3. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankee bullpen is busy, so is the A's bullpen. Yonder Alonso, Chris Coghlan, and Marcus Semien to face Big Mike here in the 6th. And Alonso takes one in there for a call strike. He has struck out both trips to the plate against Pineda, who has 4 strikeouts overall, or make that 5 overall.
Well, we've watched Joe Girardi manage this road trip. You got to figure Pineda gets through the 6th inning. Big 3 all lined up.
Well rested. And there's a day off tomorrow.
Yep.
Check the swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Pat Holberg rings him up, and Alonso has the hat trick. He has struck out 3 times.
Again, we've talked about the slider and how much better it has been today. There's another good look at it. Swing from the side. More importantly, the break on the slider down and in. Pineda's figured it out a little bit.
Here's Coghlan. Fly to left, grounded to second. The A's second baseman working on an 0-for-2 afternoon. Thus far, Pineda's allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. Fouled back, still throwing plenty hard. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Sean Doolittle continues to throw in the A's bullpen, and leads you to believe he's coming in the ball game. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Second straight hitter. Pineda works to an 0-2 count. Here's Doolittle. The bearded one. The 0-2 pitch. Foul tipped at the plate. This might not be the new, but certainly the improved Michael Pineda today. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. Coghlan wouldn't bite. 1-2. Wouldn't chase again. Slider downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Marcus Semien. Yeah, you're right about this being a big inning for Pineda. He can just turn it over to the big 3, and we've seen what they've done every time they've gotten a chance of late. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Coghlan hanging tough.
We have Shreve and Yates getting ready in the pen for the Yankees. You mentioned that off day tomorrow. Even if they don't get in, it's not a bad thing to get a little work on the mound. 96 pitches for Pineda.
He's getting down near the end of the trail anyway, isn't he? Yep. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Castro throws out Coghlan. 2 down. And we'll bring up Semien, or will he not? Harry Rothschild's going to come out and check with Michael Pineda along with Brian McCann. Was there anything physically wrong?
It doesn't look that way. I think they just want to make sure about Semien with his 10 home runs. They're at that 97 pitch count right now. Give him a little bit of a breather before he gets back to work.
Well, I guess there's nothing physically wrong because Stevie Donahue would have been out there. Yeah. Might have told him, this is your last man. Put him away. And pitch per inning. His second inning was a rough one, so was the fifth. He's got a chance to have his easiest inning of the game here. He's thrown only 10 here in the sixth. Semien today has doubled and he has struck out. It's a high pop-up. Castro waiting for it to come down. They always do. He makes the play, and it's a 1-2-3 sixth inning for Michael Pineda. So on to the seventh. Yankees lead 4-3.
The Joe Girardi Show as the skipper recaps this week out west. Plus, get Joe's take on the top plays of the week. All that and more only on Yes. Well, Brian McCann breaking it down with Michael Pineda in the dugout. A lot of positives this afternoon from Pineda. This is when he walked off the mound, gets congratulations from all his teammates. You know how he's been struggling lately. They know how important he can be to this team, Kenny.
Well, that's true, and you know he wanted to keep the line moving. The Yankees came in with the 4 in a row, and at this point he's in line to pick up the victory, and we've done a pretty good job here. The Yankees can hold on, and we see a different pitcher taking over the Yankee pen.
Well, we got a different pitcher for the Oakland A's as well, Sean Doolittle. His numbers: 22nd game, 3.12 ERA. Tied for 6th with American League relievers and games pitched. Pours a fastball right by Aaron Hicks. Dellin Betances getting loose in the Yankee bullpen. Just the way Joe Girardi draws it up every day. If I can get 6 from my starter, go to the big 3 at the end, you feel pretty good about it. Yankees lead 4-3 on our GMC scoreboard. 8 hits for the Yankees, 6 for the Oakland A's. There's a couple of big 2-out hits in that top of the 6th inning to give the Yankees the lead. One by Teixeira, one by Castro.
That RBI for Teixeira was his first run batted in since May the 1st. Sometimes the pressure builds up behind the dam and it just breaks loose. You know what I mean? Just Tex, of course, was very elated after getting that hit and driving in the tying run.
Hicks hits this ball hard. It's going to be a base hit going the other way to start the 7th inning. His first hit on the afternoon. You watch Michael Pineda and Brian McCann breaking it down in the dugout. That has to be such a good feeling for the both of them. They've both been struggling with Pineda and how he's been hanging the sliders early in some starts. Not today.
See if the Yankees try and build a run here, build an insurance run. Valencia's in on the grass at third. Ellsbury's a pretty good bunter.
He squares around the bunt, and it's a good one out in front of home plate. Vogt comes up with it. Nice play.
The Yankees move Hicks into scoring position. And right off the end of the bat, he deadens it.
Now batting.
For a second there, I thought he had a chance to beat this out, but didn't quite get far enough down the line. Vogt, bare hands, strong throw to Alonso for the out.
One down would be Brett Gardner, who had a base hit his last at bat, 248 on the year, scored a run.
The Yankees have hit 2 home runs in this game, or look like they're playing a little small ball here in the 7th inning.
Try to give the back end of your bullpen a little breathing room. Doolittle, a hard throwing left-hander, comes right at you with that good fastball.
Hicks does not have a stolen base this year, but he's capable.
You know, 1 to Gardner. Doolittle quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. The Yankees trying to finish off this sweep here in Oakland, have an off day tomorrow, and the Toronto Blue Jays come to Yankee Stadium. Road trip that started with 2 losses in Arizona. The Yankees have rebounded nicely after that.
Yeah, Ari Dickey scheduled to start for the Blue Jays on Tuesday night. For the Yankees, it'll be Nathan Eovaldi, who started this string through the rotation with an excellent game in Arizona. There's nasty Nate.
Gardner behind in the count, 1-2. Look at the Oakland A's defensively, pretty much playing Brett Gardner straight up.
Outfielders have shortened up. They want to have a play at the plate.
The 2-2 to Brett Gardner. A foul ball.
That's nothing but fastball
Yeah,
so far.
coming right at him.
Yep, just bringing the heat.
Doolittle missed 121 games last year. Strained left rotator cuff. Looks like he's 100% healthy now. Mid-90s with that fastball. Goes off speed for the first time and misses badly. Brett Gardner, you see that first off speed pitch, it's that bad.
Yep, here comes the fastball.
Here comes number 1.
Yeah.
Be ready for it. Came right at him and blew right by Brett Gardner. We look at Tuesday's starting pitchers, which is brought to you by Verizon. Join a better network because better matters. R.A. Dickey 2-5, 4.50 ERA. Nathan Eovaldi 4-2, 4.44. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on Yes. You said it, Kenny. Eovaldi coming off that great start. Total control. 2 down be Carlos Beltran. First pitch swinging, hammers one down the left field line. Hicks will score easily. Beltran into second base with a 2-out double and another RBI, and the hot hitting from the Yankees designated hitter continues.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to say they should have walked Beltran, and you got a lefty coming up next in McCann. Beltran's been killing him all series long. I don't think he should have gotten a chance to hit there if you're the Oakland A's. He does get the chance, and he makes him pay with another double and another run batted in.
Brian McCann, a solo home run in the second.
Beltran's had at least 2 hits in every game of this series. And with a base open, he shouldn't have gotten a chance there.
And the 2-out hitting for the Yankees has been impressive this afternoon. Now lead 5-3. Brian McCann looking to add on. The Oakland A bullpen back to work. Ryan Dull, Daniel Colon. Pop back right above us.
Beltran had a double and a home run in the first game of the series. 3 doubles in the second game. 2 singles yesterday. And a single and a double today. Don't you think they've seen enough of him?
Sure, Carlos will be happy to get back home, but he's enjoyed his time in Oakland. 5-3 Yankees. Dellin Betances looks like he's ready to go in that Yankee bullpen. So Pineda with a nice rebound start. The Yankees swinging the bats. 5 runs already. Looking to add on a little bit. Another foul ball from Brian McCann. By Vogt. And just like Brett Gardner, you'd expect Brian McCann to get that good fastball here in a 3-2 count. It'll be the 23rd pitch of the inning for Doolittle. 3-2 to McCann. He comes right at him. Popped up behind home plate. Vogt shielding the sun and makes the play. The Yankees add on a 2-out double from Carlos Beltran. The Yankees lead 5-3. We are going to look at our game summary, which is brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. Yankees lead 5-3. Michael Pineda, 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and he struck out 6. Stephen Vogt 1 for 3, double, 3 RBIs. Brian McCann and Ellsbury solo home runs each. That 5-3 lead in the 7th inning means Joe Girardi can make a pitching change, bring in Dellin Betances. Dellin worked on Wednesday in Arizona, Thursday here in Oakland, has had a few days off. He's rested and ready to go. 38 strikeouts in 19 1/3. Opponents only hitting 197.
Those are little league numbers.
Kenny, you think back to the top of the 7th and Carlos Beltran with that double. That's double number 515, which ties Joe Cronin 50th all time. 5 of his 12 doubles this season have come during this series on our GMC scoreboard. 5-3 Yankees. Betances jumps out quickly ahead on Max Muncy. Coming out of that bullpen, throwing strikes quickly ahead in the count 0-2.
The thing with Betances, if he can get 2 strikes on you without showing you his other pitch, you're in real trouble. So there's been 2 fastballs here, and Muncy has not seen the hook. There it is.
There it is. 3 pitches, 1 quick out here in the bottom of the 7th. We're going to look at our Honda League leaders. Relievers strikeouts. Dellin Betances at the top of the list, 39. Andrew Miller right behind him with 32. There's Andrew, celebrated a birthday. Think back to some of Betances' latest work. He's gotten himself in a little bit of trouble early in some of the innings and has been able to work his way out. Falls behind 2-0.
Yeah, the thing for him and Miller, and you might as well throw Chapman in there too, the swing and a miss. They can blow it by you. In particular, Miller with his great slider.
Jake Smolinski, 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
You think back to Betances' days in the minor leagues. The Yankees tried to make a starting pitcher out of him, but he really found his niche working out of the bullpen.
Three Yankees. Yankees have won 4 in a row. Looking to extend that streak. Enjoy that off day tomorrow. Lot to look forward to. An off day tomorrow. Alex Rodriguez making his way back on Tuesday.
Yeah. Chance to get back within divisional play.
3-2 from Betances, goes with the fastball right by Smolinski. 2 up, 2 down for Dellin Betances.
Well, nothing put in play thus far. Smolinski a strikeout victim. Nothing fancy there. Just see if you can hit it. He couldn't.
2 down, go back to the top of the lineup. Coco Crisp. Doubled in the 3rd inning. There's something else, Kenny. If the Yankees can hold on to this one, they'll be 1 game under 500.
Yeah, they've fought hard. You know, you really can't think about doing anything till you get to 500, then start to build from there.
Ooh, good curveball for strike 2. Betances on top of his game. 2 strikeouts already here in the 7th. And the count 0-2 on Coco Crisp, and he misses with a breaking ball. You're 1-2. Break the ball again, right back up the middle. Gregorius comes in, the strong throw, and they get Coco Crisp. So a solid 1-2-3 inning for Dellin Betances. A couple of strikeouts mixed in. The Yankees lead 5-3.
He had a big run batted in his last time up, Flash.
Well, he's been struggling a lot lately. We've talked about it, and he smells an infield hit, and he also gets an RBI on that. So Mark Teixeira can breathe a little sigh of relief.
Yeah, the Yankees went on from there to take the lead. His first RBI since May the 1st. He's up there with a 1-for-3, and that run batted in. New pitcher for the A's, Daniel Coulombe. And this is he was called up when Sonny Gray went on the disabled list, so he's making an appearance in his what's his second trip to the big leagues this year. On our Hyundai scoreboard, 5-3 Yankees. Top of the 8th inning. Teixeira, Castro, and Headley for the Yanks. That pitch is low and inside for a ball. It's 1-1 on Mark Teixeira. Well, Flash, we've talked about it from time to time here. They've got the best sound system in the major leagues. They play good music. If you look at Colombe's numbers, that was down here in the big leagues. He's also pitched at AAA. Pitched very well at AAA. His numbers much better there. Fouled at the plate. And they're always talking about a new stadium. I think what they should do is just build a new stadium around that sound system. It's really, really good.
They were bringing it old school this morning, too,
right? Oh, my
right?
goodness, yes. They span the eras of music. Ground ball is short. Semien will throw out Teixeira, and there's one out. And it seems the closer you get the game time, the more they amp up the music. It gets louder and louder.
Now batting.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Starlin Castro.
He had the base hit to put the Yankees in the lead in the 6th inning following Teixeira's 2-out single. He had another one of his own. And he jumps his average up to 278. 1-for-3 on the afternoon for Starlin Castro. Got 4 hits in this series. And he'll take one from Coulombe in their first strike. Colom's numbers at Nashville, 13 games, 16 innings, 19 strikeouts, and a 0.56 earned run average. That's in their first strike. Call strike 3. Castro wasn't up there long. Colom picks up a strikeout.
A couple of big breaking balls with different breaks. That one coming to the back door.
And that'll bring up Chase Headley, who extended his streak of reaching safely by being hit by a pitch his last time up. So he's now reached safely in 13 straight games. It's kind of the hard way to do it, but he did get on base. Pitches in their first strike. As we look down towards the Yankee bullpen, the tall left-hander is getting ready. Outside for a ball to Headley. Hit on the ground to third. A Sunday hop for Valencia. Over across the diamond. The Yankees go in order. And they're half of the 8th inning. On to the bottom of the 8th inning. Here comes Andrew Miller. Highlights from today's game plus reaction from the clubhouse and Joe Girardi's manager's report. It's all coming up on the WB Mason postgame immediately following the final out right here on Yes. Andrew Miller is in the ball game. And he brings with him usually a few strikeouts. He has struck out 49.2% of the batters that he's faced this year. Almost 50% of the batters. And he'll get Burns, Vogt, and Valencia. On our Hyundai scoreboard, it is 5-3 Yankees. And first pitch down and in to Billy Burns, who scored 2 of the 3 runs for the A's today. He's stolen a couple of bases and is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. There are the numbers, and they are impressive. 32 strikeouts, 1 walk. On the ground, Gregorius bobbles, and he can't handle it. And Burns is going to be saved. We'll see how they scored. That would have been a tough get because Burns can really fly.
I think that's the whole key to this play, Kenny. Didi Gregorius knows how well Burns runs. So he's got to attack this ball, be a little bit more aggressive, can't lay back on it at all.
Number 21.
Off the heel of his glove.
Couldn't get the handle on it. So Burns is at first, nobody out. It'll bring up Vogt, who is 1 for 3 with a double and 3-run score. This ground ball second, could be 2. No, it gets by Castro. Burns is on his way to third. Now, I'm sure that's going to be an error. Wow. A double play ball that was botched by Castro. And now the Yankees have 2 errors. They gave Gregorius an error on the first play.
Well, Gregorius had a tough play. This is pretty routine for Castro. He goes with the backhand and he just whiffs. And Stephen Vogt, being a catcher, is going to be pretty much an easy double play if he comes up with it, and he doesn't.
Well, first and third, nobody out. It'll bring up Danny Valencia. Yankees up by 2. The A's have the tying runs on base. Back-to-back errors on the Yankee infield. Look out, low it in. Valencia has to skip rope.
First pitch, he just yanks it down and in. Valencia able to get out of the way. And Kenny, you mentioned all those strikeouts for Andrew Miller. He could use one right here.
Swing and a miss on a good slider, and it's 1-1.
Obviously a 2-run lead. If you're Andrew Miller and Brian McCann, you'll take another ground ball, try to get a double play, trade that for the run.
Foul ball down the right field side. Ball and 2 strikes. Veteran Billy Butler's come to the on-deck circle.
Now you're thinking changes if you're Andrew Miller. Quickly ahead in the count, 1-2. There's a look at Butler. Probably going to see a couple of sliders at the back foot here from Andrew Miller.
Once again, Valencia has to hit the dirt, and the count goes at 2-2.
Well, you're doing a couple of things here. If you're Andrew Miller, obviously you can't do anything with that pitch down and in at your back foot. If you're Danny Valencia, you're also opening up that outside corner with moving him off the plate.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He got him. 1 down.
You look at this swing from Valencia. He just did not want to hurt himself. If he makes contact with this, he's probably going to foul it off his front shin.
Your attention, please.
Miller has now had at least 1 strikeout in 8 consecutive appearances as Valencia goes down. So Yonder Alonso will not get a chance. He's struck out 3 times. Instead, the A's are going to call on the veteran Billy Butler. Right-handed hitter off the bench. And you also have another right-handed hitter on deck. 1 out, first and third. Butler takes inside for ball 1. Shoddy defense for the Yankees has opened up for the A's is sitting Chris Davis, who had some problems with a tight forearm yesterday, has come out on deck. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Ryan Matson is up in the A's bullpen. He's their closer. Just in case the A's jump out in front here. Miller behind on the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes on Butler. 3 for 10 with a home run off Andrew Miller. Fastball for a strike. It's 3-1. Miller trying to fight back in the count. Strike 2, and it's now a full count. 3-2 as he hits the inside corner.
Well, Billy Butler didn't look real happy with that call. Brian Knight, the home plate umpire. McCann wants it away. It ends up down and in. They get the call anyway.
3-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Miller trying to protect a 2-run lead and make that long flight back to New York a happy one. Pass it along to Aroldis Chapman in the 9th inning. Three-two pitch, and it's hit slowly to Headley. Only one play. He'll throw the first for the out. A run scores, and now it's a 5-4 ball game as Burns scores for the 3rd time this afternoon. And that will be an unearned run as he reached on an error.
Well, Andrew Miller thinking about the strikeout or the ground ball and the possibility of a double play. That ball not hit nearly hard enough. Chase Headley, the smart play. You take the out, trade the out for the run.
Here is Chris Davis. He will pinch hit for Chris Coghlan. The 12 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Impressive. Plenty of power. Tying runs at second base. Ball hit on the ground at third for Headley. He has it. Here's the throw to first, and that'll do it here in the 8th inning. Well, the A's pick up a run. We're headed to the 9th inning. The Yankees lead by 1. By Buick. Experience the new Buick for yourself at Buick.com. By People's United Bank. Know your cash flow with mobile cash management. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2016 models. Well, the A's have a new right side of the infield. Billy Butler remains in the game at first base. And Tyler Landorf is now playing at second. Didi Gregorius will lead it off for the Yankees in their half of the 9th inning. Here's Landorf at second. Gregorius is 2 for 3, and he'll take a pitch for Colomb outside for a ball. Single in the 3rd, single in the 5th, and flying out to right in the 6th. Swings through that one. Ball and a strike. Yankees now up 5-4. And their bullpen is busy. Hit hard on the ground off of Butler. Gregorius hustling down the line, and he's in there. Butler dropped it once, dropped it twice. That ball refused to be caught by Billy Butler. And that's going to be an E3.
Didi hits this ball hard right at Butler. Designated hitter doesn't play the field all that often.
Now
Maybe
batting,
we see why.
number 31, Aaron Hicks.
Jeez. Once. Twice. Here's Aaron Hicks. Singled and scored in the 7th inning. And that's the run that has the Yankees in the lead. 5-4 here. Takes a pitch, call strike. Check swing. Did he go? No. Todd Tishner says that Hicks held up. Yankees have a runner on. Nobody out here in the 9th. Check swing. No, did not go. 2 balls and a strike on Aaron Hicks. Looking to have a multi-hit game here. If he can come through with a base hit here. The hit he had in the 7th was his 3rd hit in this series in Oakland. Fouls that one off. 2-2. After Hicks, back to the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Dinner time, huh?
You know what? Every single game here that happens, there's a check swing, and the count now goes full at 3-2. It's almost like the Seagulls can sense the end of the game coming, and they're here to pick up the scraps, you know, like the popcorn that's left in the aisles. You know, it's nature's cleanup crew. Three-two pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Hicks has struck out. Pallone picks up his 2nd strikeout. As we said, now back to the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury, who was 1 for 3. He had a sacrifice in the 7th that led to a run.
Jacoby
he had a solo home run in the
Ellsbury.
3rd, and he popped out to the first baseman his first time up. Strike 1 call. Yankees looking for another tack-on run here in the 9th. Off-speed pitch drops in nicely.
You can see why Colomb had good numbers in AAA. Variety of different breaking balls.
Little chopper towards second. Landorf will, does he tag him? Yeah, well, he says that Gregorius is out of the base paths. He's out. So the put out on Gregorius goes to the second baseman, Landorf. And Ellsbury will reach on the fielder's choice.
Like you see Didi, you're told not to get
Now
tagged
batting,
out.
number 11.
Moves out of
Brett
the baseline.
Gardner.
You don't want to run into a double play. So good base running play by Didi Gregorius.
Joe Girardi's going to go out and talk this over with Bill Miller. And Joe saying, you know, maybe he's questioning the fact that how far he was out of the baseline. You know, I'm thinking back to when Gregorius reached safely on the error. They could have given Billy Butler 2 errors on that play. He wasn't that far out of the base. Did he tag him? And Landorf, maybe he didn't because he's looking to throw to second. Brett Gardner's up. And he'll take a pitch for a strike. Now, when the tag was applied, was the ball in the glove when he tagged him, or was it in his hand when he tagged him? Let's
That's
see.
his throwing hand.
Yeah, the ball's in his throwing hand, but they called him out of the baseline anyway, and that's why he's out. Ellsbury's going, and the pitch is fouled off and out of play.
Ellsbury started and then he stopped. I'd like to see him go right here. 0-2 on Brett Gardner.
He had the jump there.
Yep.
Nine stolen bases on the year for Ellsbury. Next will put him into double figures. We're going to check on it. Chopper foul just beyond the A's dugout. Gardner has scored a run today after he singled in the 6th inning. In fact, he's scored the tying run in that inning. Beltran followed and scored the lead run. Throw to first. They've got Ellsbury picked off. The throw to second is in. Plenty of time. He's out. That'll go as they caught stealing. And the Yankees are done here in the 9th inning. On to the bottom of the 9th. Here he comes. The closer, Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman with a chance to close this one out and give the Yankees a 5-4 lead and a victory, and nice happy flight back to New York with a 5-game winning streak. Chapman making his 7th appearance of the year for the Yankees, and he has worked 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. He's walked just 1, and they're hitting just 143 against him. He will get Marcus Semien. Max Muncy is scheduled to hit next, but it looks like Matt McBride is in the on-deck circle, a right-handed hitter. Then Jake Smolinski. Well, the number on Chapman's back will tell you the score. Yankees leading by a score of 5-4. Simeon is 1 for 3, had a double back in the second inning. First pitch is in there for a call strike at 98 miles an hour.
Well, obviously, the fastball that can hit 100 miles an hour and above is impressive. Every time I watch Chapman, it impresses me his mechanics, his direction down the hill.
1 ball and 1 strike.
It's very odd to see him miss side to side. He does a great job with his glove arm leading himself towards home plate. Because of that, he pounds strike zone.
Fouled off. Chapman jumps ahead, a ball and 2 strikes.
What else, Kenny? When you're around Chapman, he carries himself like he is the man.
Like, if I get in the game to close it, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Definitely has a presence about him.
The 1-2 pitch. A little chopper to short. Gregorius handles it. There's 1 out here in the 9th inning. And we will have a pinch hitter for Max Muncy, a left-handed batter, gives way to Matt McBride.
Take a look at Chapman as he works downhill and watch his front arm kind of directs him right towards home plate. Very rarely do you see that front side open up, which would make you go side to side as a pitcher. Everything is right down the hill, trades the shoulders, pounds the strike zone.
This is McBride's first at bat as a pinch hitter this year. This is not exactly an easy assignment. Here's the first pitch is high and away for a ball. Pineda started, went 6. Betances followed. 2 strikeouts, no runs. Miller gave up an unearned run last inning. He had a strikeout. Pitch is fouled off by McBride. Chapman trying to close it out. If it stays this way, Pineda will win his first game since April the 6th. Slider drops in their first strike. 1-2. Outfielders pretty deep. They don't want a ball to go over their heads. That pitch is fouled back. Fastball at 101.
Pretty good swings right there from Matt McBride, who's been sitting on the bench all afternoon.
Pinch hitting's not easy in any way, shape, or form, especially when you got a guy throwing 100 miles an hour. The 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it, fouled it back. Another 101.
Another good swing. See Brian McCann and Chapman kind of change it up a little bit, maybe try to drop a slider, because this swing from McBride just short and sweet right to the ball.
Hitting 101. You know, there's a lot of people out here hit the 101. It goes up and down the West Coast, doesn't it? Very scenic drive. Another foul ball out of play. McBride just fought that one off.
It's always a dilemma for a catcher like Brian McCann when you have somebody throwing 101 miles an hour. In your mind, you're saying, I can't throw anything. Now he's throwing 101, Kenny, right? You don't want to get beat with your second or third best pitch.
He's already showed him one slider. He picked up a strike with it. Swing and a miss. Strike three. He got him. The A's are down to their last out. Fans, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So that'll leave it up to Jake Smolinski. Yankees trying to complete a 4-game sweep here in Oakland, and somewhat of payback for the A's who swept the Yankees in New York. 1 for 3 for Smolinski on the day, and he fouls the first pitch back for strike one. Just walked up there and saw himself a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Getting back to that at bat with McBride, it looked like a changeup or maybe a little slide or something off speed.
Yeah.
88 miles an hour. Pick up that strikeout.
Fouled back to the screen, and that was that same pitch that just struck McBride out. So now he's got Smolinski in the middle there. Is he going with the real heat or what he just threw me? A's are down to their last strike. A lot of Yankee fans here are on their feet. Let's see what McCann calls. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Gregorius gobbles it up, throws the first, and the Yankees have swept the Oakland A's in a 4-game series here at the Coliseum in Oakland. Aroldis Chapman picks up a save. Carlos Beltran with another big day and a big series for the Yankee designated hitter Mark Teixeira. Does he break out of the slump? Had a hit and drove in a run today. There's your final. The Yankees win by a score of 5-4. And it'll be a happy flight back to New York. 3,000 miles away, they're coming back with a 5-game winning streak. So we'll be back with much more from Oakland as the Yankees win this one 5-4.